going on, we've got to take some time to get away from that television. A date night is not you sitting next to the television, someone watching something and y'all just sitting next to each other. That is not a date night. A date night is you all going out somewhere or spending some time, even if it's just in your house and you got a picnic on the floor and you're speaking and talking to each other. Let me tell you something. Verbal communication is just as erotic as anything else, that you're talking and sharing with each other. So I want everybody to turn off that telephone. Don't turn off that radio or that internet right now. Don't turn that off until about time we get off this area. But once you do that, just start talking to each other again and sharing the love with each other. So it's just important that we do that so you can spice up the relationship. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, well, let me get this thing together here because this is about to get really deep here. Uh-oh. Cynthia?
Yes?
I want to know that book that you wrote, the erotic cookie jar.
Yes.
And that product that you are promoting, how can that help couples that are spiritually, religious and kind of staunch? How can you loosen them up with those erotic cookies? What those cookies are going to do to them?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to know about the erotic cookies.
Yeah,
how did you come up with erotic cookies?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the erotic cookie jar actually was my husband's brainchild.
Oh, so he's the erotic person over there. As he up there smiling, putting his hand over his face like, no, don't tell him that, baby. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Okay.
Yeah, when you're in a relationship, Christian or in any different relationship, after a certain period of time, you kind of lose that fizzle. And so we just, we both come up with creative things to do. And he created a simple version of that where we had to pick inside of a jar and open up a sheet of paper that told us what we were going to do. And you didn't know what you were going to pull out. And so what my erotic cookie jar is, it's a jar that has fortune cookies on the inside that are very lightly flavored. In each fortune cookie, they're color-coded. The red is for the ladies, and the cream is for the gentlemen. And in each side, each cookie is a fortune that each mate has to fulfill for each other within a certain period of time. So it's the gift that keeps giving
and giving.
So not only are they tasty, but it's going to be a guaranteed good night.
Okay. So let me go over here to my brother. My brother, who's trying to hide behind the curtain. Don't run nowhere, man. How did you come up with the idea? How did you come up with the idea like, erotic cookie? I mean, where did that come from?
Crunch, crunch, baby.
Wait, hold on. I mean, the name itself just was derived just talking.
Okay.
The cookie jar itself was just a concept that we just began to incorporate. You're working 40, 50 hours a week. You got the kid or the kids, and you're just not making time for each other. So you just try to do something to spice it up.
Tell the truth, baby. The real thing it came from is he's old school. So, how sometimes you hear, like you see Harvey say the cookie. Well, he's an old school brother by heart, so he calls it the cookie. So that's where the cookie jar came from. We gonna tell the truth.
Now, see, that's what I like. And this show is a Christian show, but we talking about marriage. We talking about marriage. So so you say that again. What did he do? See, you left that part out, man. You baking over there now. He calls it the cookie, so that's how it came up, huh?
Yes, sir.
So now the real the TMZ part is coming out now.
Yeah.
See, so
as he fanned himself to cool himself down.
So as my wife was saying, talk to us about how that helps religious people or anyone with the book and the cookies. Give us an example or tell us a little bit more about how do they go about doing the process.
Okay, one thing that I did in chapter 2 of my book, I kind of talked to the fact that a lot of people, whether they're religious or just traditional, they may be on different levels as far as their sexuality is concerned. So what I give them exercises to kind of open their mind to get themselves ready to possibly do the erotic cookie jars and be able to talk openly with each other. So the first thing that you really have to do, number one, you think of a list of things that all the different fantasies that you either heard of or that you may possibly want to experience, and put them down on a sheet of paper. This way, whether it's something that someone really just definitely wouldn't want to do, you're not going to judge the list because it may be yours or it may not be. Ooh. And then you go through that list and you decide what is an absolute, never. It just will not happen in this lifetime, okay? That is what I call a deal breaker, okay? And then you pick one or two more things. It's like the next two things that you really would not want to do. And then only pick the worst one out of that. So you get 2 deal breakers. That's it. anything else on that list, you two have to find a way to eventually stretch your imagination because it's something that either your mate is curious about or want to do it. And I'm a firm believer that when you're married, and as a Christian, you got to think about it. You can be friends with anybody and do friendship things. But when you're talking about your mate, that is it. So if that is it, then your mate is your go-to person for whatever it is you want to do. So you just check it off, and you guys eventually find ways to get comfortable, but you got to stretch yourselves and do it together.
So we're going to come back to that on the next half hour because we want to talk a little bit more about this erotic cookie. So I want you to ask the next question for our guests over there.
Okay, Damon, I hope you are awake and ready. I want to know, how does Nicole rapping husband mix things up, spice things up, and make her sweat all night?
Ooh.
Now, this is a Christian show. Christian show.
Wow. Now, I don't necessarily need to know how you make her
could be
sweat all night. But,
really be running.
just keep some spice to yourself, okay? Just keep a little spice to yourself.
So is this how do I do it or how does Nicole do it?
Well, what do you
all do to keep the spice in your relationship?
I would say you have to be spontaneous, so sometimes if she, maybe she comes home and it's kind of like all about that surprise. She likes to be picked up. If I pick her up and swirl her around, it's on there. So I try to do things. And I mean, true enough, that stuff starts like in the morning. If I leave her, if I handwrite her a note or something like that, if I surprise her with flowers, all that counts. And then, later that day, I like to call them points. I'm trying to add up my points. So at the end of the day, I'm like, I got my points.
You know what, listening audience, I would love for you to see these people. Get a good shot of them because she looks so in love with her husband. And that's what I said. That's 8 years right there. But when you got 20-year-olds, and look, 20-year-olds, the vets up in here, give them that look of love, girl.
21, yeah. Hey, so let me go right over to. I'm gonna go over to Nicole. Nicole, so I heard his part. How do you keep him spiced up and excited about the love relationship in your marriage?
Well, this is a Christian show, so let me change the lingo of what I would say. For me, I'm kind of like I don't want to say like a dude, but when I want some yum yum, I try to just take the yum yum. I don't like waiting around for it. I'm not gonna nag him about when can I get it. I just like to take it. So
okay,
and he seems to like it, so it's working. 8 years
you grew up in
later.
That's romantic. That's affection.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, she just takes it. It's got to be a song.
Right.
It's got to be a song like
right
that or
out
something.
there.
She just takes it. Steve, get on the mic there for a man, because I got to find out how you just take it, or how. I already know you made the cookie up, So tell me a little bit about how you keep things spiced up with Cynthia.
Woo.
That's it, huh? He like that.
Just simple.
That's the R version.
Yeah. That's the
okay.
simple version. I think overall it's more or less anticipation, playing tricks most of the day, sending little notes, sending little messages. Talking up a good game to just let you know I'm thinking about her, and see how things go towards the evening.
Okay, Cynthia, grab that mic before you talk over there. So you said something over there. He does what?
He sexts me.
He said, yeah. I can hear through this thing,
man.
man.
He tells me I look nice and beautiful, and he said, but when I get you home, X, Y, and Z about to go down.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
What did Marvin say? Let's get it on.
And vice versa.
Baby.
And vice versa.
Songs like that anymore.
Yeah, they don't make any songs like that. I don't know. What do you do? I mean, author Brenda McCain.
I'm a preacher's wife.
That's outdoors. You're a preacher's wife. You're still a married woman. What do you do to keep your husband? Inquiring minds want to know. What do you do? You gotta ask all these people these questions, and yet you want. She gotta say, "Hey, how do you get her sweating?" I'm shy. I mean,
what do I do? Well, I can say when you do come home, you better not bust me out. I can have on something sexy for you, and it could just be me, just standing there for you. Don't that get you hot and bothered? Tell the truth.
Wait a minute, baby. Wait a minute. Can I be honest right now? You sitting there has got me excited.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Just you sitting there, just looking at you now. I'm almost ready to end the show right now. You know, they got bedrooms up in here. They got bedrooms up in here now. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. But let me tell you, one of the things that I do with my wife, we're going to go to station identification break soon, is that I always, and the show is going to be handled by Steve and them because we're going to be going upstairs. One of the things I always do is that I always, send her messages and text her and things like that. And, I've always been a person that's been very romantic of sending flowers on special occasions. Or she went one time, and I thought one of the greatest things I did, she went to a wedding. And I sent her flowers at the reception that she was at, telling her I would marry her all over again.
Oh,
and the flowers came in the. Yeah, I'm bad, y'all. Hey, let me tell you. I went to the school of West Side. Get that girl.
But it started a lot of arguments for the single women there, because the bride was on my side, but the single women were like, really, and I'm like, hey,
and I sat there and said, I want to let them know that there's a woman in that place that a man loves her, that is married to her, and wants to marry her all over again. They looking about where the flowers is coming to. They came to her, and they was like, who getting all these flowers? But it was for my baby. Hey, we're about to go to our station identification break. You've been listening to the Let's Stay Together show. Hey, come back so we can talk a little bit more about erotic cookies and spicing up your relationship here on the Let's Stay Together show.
Tune in to City Life on UBM Talk, representing urban life, our city, our people, one love, with commentary by Nina D and CJ. Your pathway to insight, awareness, and unity. The heart of City Life. Tune in Thursdays 8 to 9 on UBM Talk. That's City Life, Thursdays 8 to 9 on UBM Talk. Let's get it.
My name is Coach Thomas. I am a fitness, health, and nutrition coach and member of the Illinois Governor's Council on Health and Physical Fitness. Make sure you check out Change for the Better with Coach Thomas Sunday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. We will discuss topics and feature guests that will give you helpful tips and advice on how to create healthier habits that will lead to a healthier lifestyle. Make sure you check out Change for the Better with Coach Thomas, where we focus on healthy kids and healthy communities.
Tune in to Change for the Better with Coach Thomas Sundays 7 to 8 p.m. only on Urban Broadcast Media.
Hello, this is Leon Finney, your host of Another Perspective on UrbanBroadcastMedia.com. We are the voice of Black America. Join me and my guests every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. as we discuss the issues that impact Black America. Tune in to UBM Talk on UrbanBroadcastMedia.com, the simulcast on our affiliate station WBON 1690 AM. That's Another Perspective every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. And you can run and tell that.
Hello everyone, my name is Zoe. I'm the host of the Hearts of Men Intimate Talk Hour, heard every Saturday at 5 o'clock on UBM Talk. This hour is designed to motivate, inspire, reclaim, encourage, and most of all, deliver the hurting hearts of all men. For more information, email us at theheartsofmen@gmail.com. And don't forget, follow us every Saturday at 5 p.m. on UBM Talk.
Hi, I'm Harold Arnold, real estate broker. Are you planning to buy or sell a home or another type of real estate in the near future? Join me on my program. First-time buyer, investor, or seller, or you want more information on the status of today's real estate? Let's talk about it Sunday evenings from 8 to 9 p.m. on Urban Broadcast Media.
Urban Broadcast Media, proudly broadcasting from studios located in the Bronzeville community in the city of Chicago. Heard around the world at urbanbroadcastmedia.com. UBM Talk, servicing the community and beyond.
Hey, welcome back to the Let's Stay Together show. If you missed our first half, you missed some excitement, man. We're talking about spicing up your marriage, sugar and spice, ways to sweeten your marriage. Hey, if you're out there, I need somebody to call, especially some men or something like that. Stop faking on me.